And we are live on radio in 5, 4, 3.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA, online at the big1050.com. And the time you've all been waiting for is here. The Monday morning quarterback, brought to you by our friends at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. DG says, don't forget the spa.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the spa. Always mention the spa. I always do.
I think Devin says start with the spa.
Start with the spa
and end with the spa.
So
say spa, Grand Traverse Resort and spa.
You want me to say Grand Traverse Spa and Resort is what you want me to say.
And then maybe just throw another spa at the end. Yeah. Grand Traverse Spa Resort Spa. Right? It seems like, right? Because all that golfing, your back hurting, a lot of rotation, disassociation.
If you're doing it wrong, maybe.
You got to get to that spa afterwards.
Yes, you can actually do both. There's so much to do at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. The golf, 3
terrific
outstanding golf courses. I always highlight the Wolverine, but the golfers say that
the bear's a challenge. It's really good. It's really fun.
The bear is a bear,
yeah,
as they say.
We just don't like that it was designed by a Buckeye, but it's not as well named as the Wolverine, which is a great name.
Yeah,
great golf courses. All 3. Spruce Run is fun too.
Yeah, the resort is just that. I mean, so many things to do. All the amenities, the shops at the hotel. The pool is outstanding.
The view from Airy upstairs.
Yeah, the Airy, a restaurant, steakhouse is unbelievable. The sports bar they have there is unbelievable. The bars they have there are outstanding.
Breakfast is really good.
They have a private beach. I mean, Grand Traverse Resort and Spa is a destination. So right here in the state of Michigan is everything that you could want in a getaway. You can book your vacation by going to grandtraverseresort.com. And by the way, I mean, you got right down the way. I mean, if you want to go just have your, kind of like a, gambling getaway, Turtle Creek Casino is right over there. They have shuttles going over there. So everything that you want to do.
Did you tell them about the discount?
What discount is that?
If you go use the code 2 straps, that's the number 2.
This is not a thing. This is not a thing. This is not a thing.
STR.
This is not a thing, people.
You get half off. That's a Sam discount.
This is not a thing.
They're going to put it on Sam's tab, and Sam going to pay half your deal.
Eric.
And that's the number 2 straps.
Eric DeBoer, Caroline Rizzo. He's making this up. Just so you know.
Sam, you heard what he said, though.
I thought it was you. I thought you told me it was a discount when you put in.
He didn't say it was a discount. He
straps.
said you were picking up the second half of it.
I want to make.
So
this
code
clear.
2 straps. Number 2 is not going to work.
To all of the people at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa, this is not something that was planned. I did not put him up to this. We did not. This is something he just throw it out there to all you people listening on the radio
or 2 strap?
and watching on the stream. This is not a real promotion. This is something that Devin Gardner just throwing out there.
I'm trying to get the code for the people.
Anyway, let's talk about this game. DG.
This was at the beginning. This is where we add the disclaimer that this was all against Arkansas State.
Arkansas State DG. I said that this was going to be a getting back to basics game, and they basically did in the run game. They duoed them to death in the run game. I think they ran 15, 16 duos. They threw a counter on the duo and just killed them with it. The passing game, 11 completions.
Nice.
3 interceptions.
No, 3 incompletions. 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions.
So I mean, this is the thing, everybody. I'm not gonna just say I told you so. I'm right on that. I'm not gonna say that.
Somebody just said that and thing.
Is
this what Devin says? I told you so.
It is what it is. He knows. If you've been here, you know the blueprint's been put out. I always, since going back 3 years. The thing for me is the reason Alex Orji lost out on the competition is because of how great a thrower apparently that Davis Warren is. We haven't seen it. There's been different competition, right? Fresno State, whatever you think of them. Texas, obviously really good competition. And then Arkansas State, not very good competition. And it's just like every single time it's someone else's fault. Oh, well, this happened, so that had to happen. And then that happened, so this had to happen. Well, whose fault is it this time? Because I watched it. Desperately just, I'm getting pressure. And now Donovan misses the protection. It looks like it's Donovan, or maybe they kick out. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Just that's a normal occurrence in football games. Free runners come because people forget assignments, they miss blocks, and retreat and just chuck the ball to the other team. Right? You can't throw it away. And it's another play that's going to get ignored, but I got to bring it up. It's first down.
All of them were on first down.
No, it's not an interception. Okay. This almost is as egregious, but not an interception because it's not going to hurt you against Arkansas State, but it's going to hurt you in a real game because on the drive where you do this, you're going to punt. Because of what the offense has been production-wise, you're going to punt. So, right? So it's first down. You escape the pressure. You escape very good. Clearly, so far outside the pocket, you're about to be out of bounds. Opportunity to throw the ball away, minimize the damage, right? And it's so funny because I'm watching these young quarterbacks because in the Big 12, they have a lot of young quarterbacks, right? Really talented guys. And they are playing way beyond their years as far as things like that, like getting rid of the ball, don't take a sack, minimize the damage. He doesn't throw the ball away and just runs out of bounds, and it's a 4 or 5 yard loss. So now you're at 2nd and 15, and there it's out there. There is no plan for 2nd and 15, punting that drive. That's what it's going to be against good teams. We're punting, right? They're not equipped to deal with 2nd and 15 as currently constructed, and while guys are still finding their way, they can't deal with it, right? So something like that is ridiculous. Am I trying to save my completion percentage, right? And I'm not saying that's the case, but you got to think about these things. Why are you so far outside of the pocket that you're about to run out of bounds, way behind the line, and you haven't thrown the ball away yet? And they just get out of bounds. And so now the offensive line just gave up a sack. They technically didn't give up that you create that sack, right? And then the second interception, again, what's going on? I can't even explain that one.
Yeah. So
I was like, was his arm hit?
His arm was hit.
His arm was hit.
I couldn't understand that one live. His arm was hit.
His arm was hit.
The first one. So the first one. Let's go back to the first one. Donovan went the wrong way.
Yes, of course.
He went the wrong way. But I think that wound up being inconsequential in the grand script.
100%. I don't even know you just said it.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of made it as like a little side note. Okay, Donovan probably should have got. However, you can't just fall back and throw the ball to the other team.
Because they sent two guys on him. This is kind of like a talking point for Devin Gardner. And this is kind of an overarching thing, too, because you said when he was running out of bounds, he instead of throwing it away, he ran out of bounds. On this play, they're sending the safety is 3 yards off the hash.
Oh, that's very clear. It's a corner blitz.
It's a corner blitz coming.
But I'm not going to do that to him because he hasn't played enough ball to see that.
But wait, they're sending the wheel too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Donovan initially goes for the wheel, tries to come off the wheel, and then
blocking nobody,
and end up blocking nobody, and then tries to get the corner who he's never going to get. They can't get the corner on this play. Is the point.
Exactly.
They're never going to get the corner. But no matter what, they're not getting the corner on this play.
Something like that, it's not. I'm not going to attack him for that. That's next level off the hash, and that he's got to play more ball to see that. But the falling back and just throwing to the other team, that's no excuse for that.
And so the overarching point is, in talking to the people, they're never under any circumstance getting the corner on this play. So this is a throwaway. This is likely a throwaway. That they're probably, I think the route is a shallowing up.
Yeah, it's clearly a shallowing up. Yeah.
And so
I love the design. I love when they go from the tight end spot and go shallowing up because the thing is, you expect shallow, you break on, it's going to be a nice completion down the field, sometimes touchdown.
Yeah, so probably a throwaway. And
probably.
And
probably.
Right. And I
What
mean,
you saying?
well, I'm saying this is. I'm saying if you're
I'm
a quarterback,
asking you, are you saying
no, it
Todd
should
Bowles?
be a
Okay,
throwaway.
okay,
But I'm
okay.
saying if you're thinking as a quarterback,
Yeah.
you're thinking I probably got to throw this away.
Well, like I'm saying, like what will make him think that is knowing what's happening and where he's going to be hot from and all that. They did a nice job not knowing, not showing that the wheel was also coming, right? And so the corner comes. You can't. They got you. They got us. That happens sometimes, right? Even for veteran quarterbacks that played a lot of ball, they got us. But falling back, and it's not like he doesn't know that it's a shallow and go. He knows that better than us because he knows the plays. In what world did you think it was going to be a completion to a guy turning up on a shallow? That is inexcusable. And things like that is what frustrates the fans. I mean, it frustrates me a little bit, but I already knew, so yeah, ain't that big a deal. But it's still kind of frustrating to watch. But the fans are thinking like, well, if he's this bad at throwing, right, in this situation, how much worse is Orgy?
But it fits with what you said about not throwing it away, running out of bounds.
Yeah.
This was another one. It didn't throw it away. And then the last one is the one that they took him out on. Now, when I watched it live, I
laughed at you.
Huh?
I laughed at you.
Yeah, I thought the receiver fell down. I saw the receiver fall down.
Inconsequential.
The receiver fell down.
He was the clear eye. He's going deep.
Yeah.
This ball was going to be intercepted if nobody was out there.
Yeah, and because the protection was good, and so went home and watched it all 22.
Just bad.
It was bad all the way around.
It was bad.
It was the worst.
And I'm just like, what is going on? Right? Because I saw it live. I saw him fall down, and it's nothing but sail, right? Take the top off. It's like the opposite of dagger, right? Mm-hmm. Take the top off, and then you got a guy coming across in that sail area. I think it was Samaj coming from across the field over, right? So you got clear out over. It's not, I mean, if he throws him to the sideline, maybe he has a chance. He throws it 10 feet over his head and down the field. So it's like in between, like, it's again, who are you throwing to?
Yeah, I don't know. I do know. We've been lied to. Or he wasn't put in positions in practice to make sure that you know that he's been only put in positions to succeed in practice, which is a mistake when you have a guy that hasn't been tackled. Because it is going way too fast for him. Way too fast. And, Borges always talk about, and I'm sure you've heard it a million times, the number one cause for interceptions, or one of the highest causes, is desperately avoiding a sack. And these aren't even that. Maybe the first one you can say because of the corner blitz, he's desperately avoiding the sack, just throwing it. But other than that, like you said, it's a good pocket. That was a good pocket.
That's exactly what you want. And so my frustration, but like I said, I was just like, okay, yeah, I mean, it is what I thought it was. And then you have to take him out now, right? He just pulled himself out of the game, right? It's like, okay, we can't keep throwing him back out there after he keeps turning the ball over. We're going to lose everybody on the team. And I'm not even talking about the fans. Fans, you're in danger. You're in danger of losing the team, because I'm telling you for a fact, there are some people on that team that think Orgy at least deserves a chance. Maybe they don't know if he's for sure the guy, but they at least think he deserves a chance, right? So they watch a quarterback go out there and just chuck it to the other team. And the reason you're not able to play Orgy is because you're afraid maybe that he may chuck it to the other team. So why doesn't he get a shot? And I want to go back to, because a lot of fans, Orgy can't throw it 5 yards, Orgy can't this, Orgy can't that. That's an interesting analysis, because you don't know. We don't know. Because I want to take you back. And before you start saying, oh, I do know. No, you don't. Because I remember a few years ago, right? Just a few, not that long. Oh, we just can't play JJ. He just turns the ball over too much. He's too risky. He's too this, he's too that. And all these people that were in this chat and everybody saying this from all these reports, I'm doing air quotes, people on the radio that can't see me, all these reports from practice about how bad he is, how he just won't stop turning the ball over. Did we see that from him at all? Was JJ a turnover guy at all?
No, he wasn't.
At all. Right? So all those reports, and they were warranted, I guess. I mean, but he did not turn the ball over, right? So let's take that thinking and go to here. We have no idea, because then we didn't have idea of what he was. We were just saying what we heard. Take that here now.
Mm.
All we've heard is he can't throw. He can't throw. We haven't seen it. And then, I'm not done. He gets in the game because the guy who they said was the guy can't do it, obviously. And just run the ball every time. And now it's getting to a point where I'm thinking, are you that committed to being wrong? Are you that committed to being right rather than getting it right? Because now you're in a position where you have a perfect opportunity to see what you got, to see if he can pass the ball down the field, right? Run the ball down, then give him a little quick, 5-yard thing to get in the end zone. Next drive, I saw something that I hadn't seen, a little RPO action where he gets it in there and spits it out. The way he pulled that ball out and everybody's like, oh, it's just a short route. As I've described before, like I said, they can't just go to RPO. It's a hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
That looked like somebody that knows what he's doing. Spit it out quick. And then the deep throw. Everybody said he overthrew him. He overthrew him by a yard. How about the technique of the wide receiver? And I'm not here to kill Freddie Moore. And Freddie Moore knows this. I'm sure they're going to have the conversation. But he's not used to catching the ball down the field because we don't do it. However, when you go double move, you should be at least 3 hard strides, head down, and you asked Borges about this, getting your speed back before you look for the ball. Freddie Moore comes out of his break. He starts looking right away, does not gain the speed back. Or he knows he's a fast guy, so he throws it anticipating that he's running as fast as he can, and then he tries to speed up, but it's too late, right? So, he missed that throw. Would he have? Right? So he took a sack when he should have, right? He got a ball batted down. I hate going empty knowing that they're going to bring pressure. So now that's the hardest thing to do. You got to force him to throw hot because they're going to bring more than you can block. Why are we all of a sudden going empty and taking a running back out? Leave him in so he can block for him so he can drop back and pass the ball and get the first down, right? I don't feel like he's being set up for success. And I think it always goes back to we need to be right, not get it right. We stood on the table. We said, this is the guy, 87% completion. He's the guy. He's proving us wrong, but we still want to be right. So how can we frame it and keep making ourselves right? Well, let's just save him from himself and then put him in and just run the ball the rest of the game.
I guess I don't agree with trying to sabotage Alex. I think you can make
indirectly. You can indirectly do things just because you're trying to be right. 100%. You can't tell me you looked at that play call and saw that was trying to see if Orgy is capable of being the quarterback for Michigan.
So here's what here's what I can say. I can say that I think that there was a missed opportunity to get him some throws earlier in this season. That
goes without saying.
You
go ahead.
You had.
I'm just saying, you're saying something that everybody knows, but because we've outlined it over and over again. But go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I see.
Okay.
I see.
What'd you see Saturday? You saw a team trying to see if he's good enough to play?
I would have gotten him series earlier in Saturday's game. I saw that as a missed opportunity. That goes without saying as well. I see that as a missed opportunity too.
Mm-hmm.
So getting him some, not just throws, but
reps,
downfield throws.
Mm-hmm.
Getting him some reps, throwing it down the field. And
a game you're overwhelmingly dominating on defense side.
Right. So those are missed opportunities. Now you can say you have some concerns about is there an understanding of how to use a running, because this is a conversation I had with Borges. Said, hey man, when it comes to a running quarterback, calling an offense with a running quarterback, is calling that game different? Is it, when it comes to calling a rushing attack, like, scripting it and setting it up? And he said, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I had called offenses with quarterbacks who could run, but I had not called offenses with running quarterbacks. And he said, man, I wasn't ready. He said, I had to learn. He said, it took me some games before I knew how to do it. So I kind of had to learn on the fly. So could I tell you when I got here, I knew how to do it with Denard? Nope. He said, I I actually had to do some
Yeah,
games.
remember I told you that I was there for that transition. Like, oh yeah, we just changed the whole offense.
Yeah, he said I actually had to do some games first before I could actually get it to the point where I said, okay,
I love that you said that.
This is how it goes.
I love this.
So
my question would be, where's the commitment to that? To learning that? Where's the commitment to it?
So what I'm saying to you is, maybe we seeing the same thing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh,
maybe we're seeing the same thing.
At this point, it's very clear, right? Because like we outlined it for 2 or 3 weeks now. Not only you and I see the same thing, everybody in this chat sees the same thing. Ira sees the same thing. Whoever's watching sees the same thing. And I haven't been in the stadium, but I imagine the reception when Orji gets a chance is very welcoming from the crowd. Everybody wants to at least see. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
And so
is at least give him a chance to see. And from what I saw, very limited. Right? He's throwing 3 passes in the year. He got 2 touchdowns. Now those short touchdowns, they're short. However, it's 2 touchdowns. And then he's got that deep pass that, like I just outlined, and go watch it back. If Freddie Moore puts his head down and digs out of the break, he's going to catch that, and it's going to be a long touchdown, and then we're really going to have a conversation about a guy who, air quotes for people that's on the radio, can't throw.
Yeah, so look, I'm not telling people, and I had to make this point on Saturday. Look, I don't know how it's going to go. I just know it can't go worse.
I know how it's gonna go. You talking about with Orji in the game? Oh yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know it can't go worse.
It can't go worse.
I can guarantee you it can't go worse. 120%
cannot be worse.
So
it has to be what?
Might as well give it a shot.
It might. It has. If it's not worse, it has to be what?
And I know
better at least.
And I know the running game is going. The running
for
game
sure is going to be better.
Absolutely, 100%. Now,
and if he goes out and doesn't turn the ball over, guess what else will be better? The passing game. And guess what? It's going to be a lot of easy throws out there. You want to know why? Because when you have a running quarterback, a running threat, and the way that Khalil Mullings has emerged, like I said he would, the way he has emerged, you have to bring guys in the box to stop it. Because guess what they're going to say? Well, we heard all year that you can't throw, and that's why you lost a job anyway. So now he's going to get all these easy throws, and he's going to gain confidence because from what I saw, only a couple throws, that kid can throw. I don't know who y'all talking about. I don't know who you're talking about. He snatched that ball out of the pocket on the RPO, spit it out with great accuracy quick. And like we talked about, that can handle the box. If that's in the game, if that's in the plan, what are we doing? What are we doing? And it makes you think a commitment to being right rather than getting it right.
I think it was, I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think very simply, and I said this before, I think there was a desire to be a more balanced attack.
That ship sailed 3 weeks ago.
I understand.
That ship has left the dock and is not coming back.
So you talking to me?
Yeah, I blame you, Sam.
Yeah, you talking to me like this?
I blame you.
You talking to me like this?
You're the captain of this ship.
You talking to me like this? My plan.
You got all the connections. It's on you.
You talking to me like this?
Hey, chat. Start blaming them right now. It's one strap or 2 strap, whichever you want. It's Sam's fault. We're blaming Sam. We're gonna have a hashtag going. Blame Sam. It's Sam's fault.
Oh my God. All right, we need to get to a break. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you folks about. So is a conversation that I had with Alex that I'm gonna share, but I'm confident that he wouldn't have a problem with it because it is gonna illustrate what kind of kid he is.
I'm pretty proud of him, by the way, because I talked about the confidence thing. He's throwing with confidence and running with confidence,
and it don't have anything to do with the play on the field,
even though he's getting played.
And it illustrates what kind of kid he is. And I'm gonna share it on the other side. So stay tuned to you in the chat. Obviously, we'll keep talking. In the meantime, in between time, let's welcome some lucky person inside the Victor's Lounge coming up on Saturday. Because folks, we are going to be having a great time doing the Wolverine rental countdown to kickoff. So be caller number 7 at 734-998-1050. Again, caller number 7 at 734-998-1050. That's where it all goes down this Saturday, leading up to the Michigan versus USC game. Just be caller number 7 at 734-998-1050. 1050. In the meantime, in between time, while you're letting your fingers do the walking, I want to let you know, our friends at Chelsea Lumber, they have 3 locations to serve you in Chelsea, Saline, and Bridgewater. They are your headquarters when it comes to renovating your kitchen and bathroom. I know this from experience. We got our kitchen renovated a couple of years ago with our friends at Chelsea Lumber. Their design specialists are second to none. It comes to your cabinetry, your countertops, your flooring. They'll come to your. It came with my wife, and cabinetry and countertops. I didn't have anything to do with it. You know, our design specialist, Jen, she got with my wife, came up with an awesome design, and then when it came time to find a contractor, helped us find a contractor, came up with a great design, brought that design to life. Next thing you know, we got an all new bathroom and kitchen. They did such a great job. Now we're getting our primary bath and our boys' bathroom upstairs renovated as well. That's the Chelsea Lumber difference. And the Chelsea location, they just got a brand new kitchen and bath design center at their Chelsea store. So get on out and check it out. Chelsea Lumber, where the home begins, with 3 locations to serve you in Chelsea, Saline, and Bridgewater. You can find them online at chelsealumber.com. We got to get to a break. More Monday Morning Quarterback on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA and online at thebig1050.com.
Clear on the radio.
Oh, me?
The kid from Flint has a, what do you say, directive coordinator? What do you say? Decorative coordinator.
Oh, we had
That's crazy. How far we've come.
A design specialist?
My bad.
Hold on.
The kid from Flint, he ain't thinking of own. He ain't getting on Pinterest.
Hold on, man.
He ain't looking at his own ideas. He got a design specialist. Let's just get back to the chat. We don't need to talk about that. We know how far you're coming. Congratulations. And you always say you're proud of me. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Sam. From Flint to design specialist. That's crazy. Use the code 2straps design specialist if you want a discount. But let's Flint town. Let's go. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. My gosh. Don't explain.
Big time about it.
Don't explain.
There's
We're
nothing
good.
big time about it. Everyone who goes to Chelsea Lumber gets a chance to sit down with the design specialist.
Don't explain, Sam. It's all good, brother. Don't explain. Let's get to these questions in this chat.
It's actually very important to understand that everybody gets that great same service at Chelsea Lumber.
Or you don't have the reps Milroe has in game, so his vision running is not as good.
That's fact.
Okay.
That's fact.
All right. So, but I mean, like,
we don't know what he is because he doesn't get a chance, man. We can't figure out what kind of runner. He could be the most dynamic runner. We don't know. He could be a very dynamic passer, RPO downfield. We have no idea because they refuse to allow us to see, even when they have the opportunity.
He, even with limited vision,
has run the ball well.
Adds to the running game, and they need people. This is a really simple, I think, calculation. The offensive line is only going to get so much. They'll get better, but they're only going to get so much better. And they need pieces that augment the offensive line. And those pieces aren't in the passing game like they are in the running game. And a perfect example, and I talked about this in the opening segment of the show. Just look at the first touchdown run. They go with a big tight end. They bring this, not picking on Andrew Gentry. They got a counter duo on, and they bring, I think it's CJ Charleston on. So CJ Charleston actually gets a good block. But your extra tight end on the play is Gentry. He goes up to get the linebacker, and it's a no block. It's a no block. This is not picking on him, but it's a no block. The linebacker comes free and gets a clean shot on Khalil Mullings, and Khalil runs right through the tackle.
That happened again on in the field too.
Right. Khalil runs right through. And so what's my point? You got a better opportunity of Khalil Mullings, Donovan Edwards, Alex Orji making the line right. You got a better opportunity at plays like that happening in a run game than you do at plays like that happening in the pass game. Or in the pass game, where something like that happened and Alex Orji turned it into a broken play and running for some yards, doing something like that. I mean, this is where you are right now. All right, we're
back on radio in about 15 seconds.
It's probably not the time for I told you.
And we're back in 5, 4, 3.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA and online on the Big1050.com. And it is time for the Driving Force Report with our friends from Golden Limo. If you need ground transportation service, there is no option better than our friends at Golden Limo. That is whether you need game day transport, like I'm going to need this Saturday to the USC game because wife's out of town. I don't have a way to get to the game, DG. So I got to ride around like DG. I need a way to get to the game. So I got to call my friends at Golden Limo.
I feel like you made that up, but okay.
I didn't make that up.
You did.
I got to ride around like you.
How do I ride?
I mean, you ride around the service.
Nah, bro.
Well, no.
You and your design coordinator and your 2-strap codes. I ain't.
Anyway, airport transport, Golden Limo. Hey, you can ride around.
Domestic and abroad.
You
Golden Limo.
Yeah, that's right. You want to ride around like Michigan football.
There you go.
Golden Limo. They take those motor coaches that you see rolling around. That's Golden Limo. Michigan Medicine. I see them riding around in Golden Limo. You know, the sprinters, sprinter buses, any level of ground transportation from your luxury SUVs to your sprinter level, all the way up to motor coaches, they have you covered, whether it's in Southeast Michigan, throughout the United States, or internationally. Our friends at Golden Limo can handle your transportation needs. And by the way, if you book using the Golden Ticket, a portion of your transportation fee will go to Michigan NIL, and it will go to a great veterans charity called Freedom River. So when you go to goldenlimo.com and book your ground transportation through Golden Limo, make sure you book using the Golden Ticket. So a portion of your ground transportation fee go to Michigan NIL and to Freedom River. All right?
Code 2 straps. The number 2.
Man, would you stop throwing out these fake codes, DG? All right. So listen, here's what I want to do. Because you're a quarterback and you're a football quarterback and you're a football mind. So craft for me what an offensive plan with Alex Orji at quarterback looks like. What you think it should or could look like.
Well, I mean, there have been so many examples of what it could and should look like. Tim Tebow, Heisman Trophy winner.
Mm-hmm.
Denard Robinson, silver football winner. Our friends to the south of us, Ohio State, Braxton Miller. Everybody forgets Braxton Miller. Oh, he can't throw. And we never know if he really ever developed as a passer.
Why JT Barrett?
I'm rolling. JT Barrett, Ohio State. All people who are guys that add gaps in the run game, right? Even out the box, or even get you a +1 and can be adequate in the passing game. There are plenty of examples. And those, every guy named, Tim Tebow, Denard Robinson, JT Barrett, Braxton Miller, all vastly different styles of the same thing, right? So there are blueprints all over if you want to do the work and you want it to work. That's the key, Sam. If you want it to work, there are plenty of, forgot about Marshall at Auburn, right? Was it Gene Chizik? Was it Gene Chizik or was it Gus Malzahn? Gus Malzahn, right? At Auburn, same, right? He plays corner in the CFL. Right? Was never going to play quarterback. However, he got a dynamic athlete. We need to even out the box. Let's go to the national championship with a guy who most people would say is not a good passer, but I made an adequate passer because I wanted it to work. Now, the issue here is, from what I can see, they don't want it to work.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, you cannot... Sam, you cannot agree with whatever you want. That is your right. You can do that. But from what I watched, and I'll outline it very quickly, first game, 0 plays in a row. 0 plays back-to-back, right? Except for until the end of the game. Obviously, Texas didn't play much at all. This next game, it takes the quarterback throwing 3 interceptions to a bad football team for him to get a chance, and still just hand off. First time you let him throw, you empty him, and they bring 6 with an offensive line that's struggling. So, Sam, let me ask you a question. And you're not an offensive coordinator, but you've talked to Borges so much, you're kind of like I think you can go to D2 and do your thing. So, Sam, if you have an offensive line that's struggled all day, picking up extra guys, right? Struggled all day. Will blitz, corner blitz, cat blitz, all those, they've struggled all day, right? And let's keep this in the back of your mind. You want this to work, right? Mm-hmm. So you want this to work. Would you put a quarterback who hasn't thrown a downfield pass all season in empty to pick up a third down? Would you?
Well,
no. The answer is yes or no.
No. So you're saying 2 different things.
Okay.
You're saying 2 different things. See, saying you don't want it to work and you don't.
I didn't say you don't want it to work. I said you don't. I didn't say you don't. I said you don't want it to work. So you don't desperately want it to work.
So right,
not saying that you don't want it to not work.
So here's where I think we diverge, because I'm gonna go back to the Borges point. Because Borges' point was.
No, can you just answer this question first, really quick? Because
maybe no.
You would it's a hard no. Your offensive line is not blocking when they have extra help. Why would you leave them 5?
See, here's
a no, man.
Here's my point.
No.
Here's my point.
You want it to work.
See, but I'm going to give you the perspective of an offensive coordinator. The perspective of an offensive coordinator is quarterback like Alex, not having had one before. This is Borges talking. He said, man, I'm stepping in and I tried to use him. I tried to do things with him that I did with other guys, not knowing that it's like, nah, this ain't. Even trying to adapt, thinking that I'm adapting it enough to his talent, not really knowing that it requires a full commitment. You got to be a full commitment. You got to change the way you think about how you call
for a whole
offense,
game, of course.
About how you call an offense when you go to a quarterback like this. You're shifting a thought process. It's not enough to just say you're tweaking a play here, you're tweaking a play there. And so he said, man, it took me a couple games to realize it's not a tweak. It's a shift in a thought process. And this is from a dude who had coached decades.
Got it. So we understand that.
And so my point is, it's not that not wanting it to work. It might be not knowing how to make it work.
Okay, you done?
Until you actually do it.
Got it. So I'm not talking about the whole call in the full game. I'm talking about one play on third down when your offensive line is screwed. If Davis Warren is still in the game, you shouldn't be in empty.
But then
so that's my issue.
Okay.
So is it incompetent? Like, what is it?
Because so then that's not an Alex or that's not him not wanting Alex Orji to be successful. Because that's what it sounded like. Your point
that's what
was.
It looks like to me. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And maybe that's fair, maybe it's not. And I'm just telling you, I'm not alone.
Okay.
When you watch a drive where he comes in because the other quarterback's throwing 3 picks and you got to put him in. And you have to see if he can throw the ball down. Even I'll listen to the broadcast. Jake Butt said it. I mean, this is nice, but at some point you got to see what can he do. At some point, you're that committed to the other guy that you can't even allow him to throw because he might be successful. And if he is, now you got a problem. If they were to call pass plays and he was successful, what do you think the conversation is now? Do you think it's cool to just roll Davis Warren back out with the team feeling the way that it does and the fan base?
Look,
no.
You talking to me like I wasn't saying the whole time they need to be playing Alex. You talking to me? So
well, you got it from me. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. You got it from me. Don't act like you made it up, sucker. You got it from me, Chief.
You about to make me cuss. You about to make me cuss.
Don't you cuss on this radio?
Yeah, you about to make me cuss on the radio. Yeah. You lucky we not on the street. Let me say, I got 3 minutes. I got to share this. I got to share this this story about Alex while we're still on the radio.
Yes, please do.
So I was posting on Twitter during the game, and I said, look, man, the dude has thrown 3 interceptions. Shouldn't Alex get a shot? Shouldn't he get a shot? Right. So Alex texts me after the game, and he says, hey, man, I appreciate the support, but you don't have to down Davis to do it. I'm sure I didn't ask him to share this story, but I'm sure he would think this is fine because I'm trying to illustrate what kind of dude he is.
That's solid.
And so I ran into him after the game, and I said, look, man, I don't down players. That's not what I do. I said, but the way analysis works is it's a fine line. You got to talk about successes and mistakes equally. You got to talk about both. So when you throw a touchdown, you talk about throwing a touchdown. When you throw an interception, you got to talk about it. I can't say, for instance, if I think Alex Orji should get a shot, I can't say Alex Orji should get a shot because I like Alex Orji.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. There has to be a basis for why I think Alex Orji should get a shot. So if Davis throws 3 interceptions
against Arkansas State, that's
basis for Alex Orji to get a shot. I didn't say I'm not gratuitous with the criticism saying, oh, he's terrible and all this other stuff that people, I don't do. See, that's what I don't do. I don't do that to players. So understand. No, I never do that. I'm just kidding. But understand this. If Alex Orji starts at quarterback and Alex Orji throws a touchdown pass, I'm going to say Alex Orji threw a touchdown pass. And if Alex Orji throws an interception,
I'm glad you made him understand that.
You're going to say Alex Orji, you threw an interception. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
But
Alex, they haven't given you a chance to throw an interception, so we can't talk about it.
But the fact that he said, but you see what he did?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
But you see what he did?
And I don't want people to take this as we're directly attacking Davis Warren. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're just calling it like we have for the last 3 years, calling it how we see it.
Yeah. All right, we got to get off here on the radio, but the rest of you want overtime and want the Q&A, the chat will move on. So stay with us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Radio folks, we'll see you tomorrow here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA and online on the Big1050.com.
Clear on the radio.
If you have questions for DG, DG, get them in the chat right now. Putting that in there. Get them in the chat right now.
That's a good question right here. And when I felt like his arm got hit, and y'all know me, what's my favorite saying? Get in a fight, right? The pocket was set. Get in a fight. Your arm gets hit because of you. Right. So in my opinion, watching the play, it's like you had a clear pocket to climb into to make a play and you didn't. So you get your arm hit and a lot of that is field for reps with real reps, because like we talked about in practice, when guys are blowing, you're not allowed to go hit the quarterback's arm. Right. So you might be there, but you just blow by. Right. So the quarterback feels comfortable to just stand there and not work his footwork to get in the pocket. So yeah, that's a very good analysis there, and I think that is on the quarterback because the defense, the tackle is doing his job to push him around and create what is a pocket, right? It looks like a pocket, that's why we call it that. And if you don't get in that fight, like I always say, and remember when I first broke it out, right, getting in the fight because K wouldn't do it, and then it started to happen, and you start to see so many things open up down the field because you're putting your linemen in good positions. And you're opening up your vision more too, as well as a shorter quarterback.
All right. Let's go back to getting some of the questions in.
Michael Barnett, that's funny.
See, I guess I don't agree with this. If Orji was throwing well in practice, he'd be throwing in the game. What?
That's not true.
That's not true.
Because what they tell you, Sam? No, speak, Sam, so people can stop saying crazy stuff. What they tell you, Sam? How good was he doing in practice?
Orji was doing well in practice. Orji was doing well. His throwing percentage wasn't.
It seemed like they knew how to call offense for Orji in practice.
Yeah, Orji wasn't throwing as high a percentage as Davis. That's true, but he wasn't throwing poorly in practice. That's not the case. So here's what my position is. I think they leaned into wanting to have the higher percentage guy because they wanted to be more of a balanced attack.
Well, he completed all his passing on Saturday.
Yeah, they wanted to be more of a balanced attack, and I just don't think they have the personnel that can do that.
But the thing is, you can be a balanced attack when you even out the numbers and it creates one-on-one opportunities with the quarterback downfield. But you can't do that if your quarterback's not a threat in the run game, or you don't have an offensive line that's just going to bully everybody, which, like I've talked about already, is not realistic.
You were right about that, Devin. You were right about the offensive line.
I was waiting on you. You were right about the offensive line. On the fence like you always are.
Hey, what happened in that Colorado State game?
What you mean?
Oh,
they beat him by 3 scores.
Oh, Colorado State beat him by 3 scores?
No, Colorado beat Colorado State by 3 scores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to act like you have a good point?
What does that do anything?
You were the one on the Colorado State train.
My defense was that Colorado State and Fresno State are equal. And you keep talking about like, I think Colorado State is this good team. I don't think Fresno State's good, and I don't think Colorado State's good. Stop it, Sam. You stop that right now.
They're not equal.
You see how he do that? You see how he do that? Because he was wrong about the offensive line, and I was clearly right. I'm talking about I was on top of this table. I'm about to get on the table right now. Hold on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish. He wouldn't get on one side. He said, maybe they will, whatever. He watched the same thing I watched, and he knew that he was a coward, like always.
No. I said I didn't know. I said I didn't know.
You watched it, coward.
I said I
You're
didn't
a coward. You're a coward, and you ain't got the strength of courage and vigor in you.
I said I didn't know.
He ain't got no vigor, chat. He ain't got no vigor.
I said I didn't know. Now I know. Now I know.
Now you know. Thank you. I'm glad you know. You're welcome, though. You should have.
Now, what was
you know,
the point?
You could lose a lot of stress. You can have like a less stress if you just listen to me the first time and just say, you know what, Devin, you're right. And in chat, you guys too, you will be much less angry, right? If you just listen to what I tell you, take it as like law, because it hasn't been proven wrong yet, and you'll feel a little better. Well, Devin did say this would happen, and Devin did say they should do this, and Devin did say that they would get their butts kicked if they don't, do this, and just take it as law now. Right. And if I'm wrong, we'll all be wrong together. Well, we don't know because it hasn't happened just yet.
All right.
And before it happens, Orji gets in and maybe he doesn't play well. But, you said no. I said Orji deserved a chance. Let's be clear. I don't know what he's going to be, and I think everybody deserves to find out. That's only fair to us, fair to Orji, fair to the team. Because I'm just telling, I don't know if it's 50-50, 70-30, 60-40. A big portion of that team thinks that Orji deserves a chance too. So,
all right, let's see.
And I love the juice. Orji was in. Did you see the juice turn up on defense? Even though they were playing well before, you just didn't see the juice and the bounce around. It looked like they were really juiced up. That's a real thing in case if everybody at home is wondering.
All right, so here's a point from Scott Henry. Watching Orji, I think he would thrive with legitimate mesh points, reads, and soft squeeze with
the back.
With the back, okay. I thought maybe they might be doing some of that from the spring game. If they haven't, they may not know how to do it. What do you think, DG?
I mean, I think they're just committed to not making Davis Warren uncomfortable. Because like I said, if he would have played, if they would have went in with that, the things we know he can do, we saw him do it in the spring game. If they go in with that and he excels, drives the team right down, boop, 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 throwing the ball, running the ball, and the offense looks like a well-oiled machine, they don't get to be right anymore. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know why you think that's so funny. That's real. Like, you don't understand how people they're prideful about things. It's like, if I say anything, I want it to be right. Now, I'm like that, but I'm always right about this stuff.
I guess I just feel like, hey, man, I want to get paid. I want to keep a job. I ain't trying to get fired.
I guess, but I'm not saying you're about to get fired, but that's what it looks like.
Put it this way.
Well, they thought they could.
Like, I want to be right.
Bully people.
Like, I want to be right, but if I turn out to be wrong, I want to make sure I got me another. I want to be able to have another option over
next
here.
Week?
Man, if you don't, come on, man.
Alex not starting next week. You think Alex
against USC?
Dude, no, he's not. What are you talking about? It's gonna be Davis Warren.
Man.
What do you want to be stressed out again on Saturday, or do you just want to listen to me when I'm telling you? He's gonna be the starter. Davis Warren's starting that game. And he's gonna play the whole game. What are you talking about? So after that happens, are you gonna say, okay, they're committed to being right? They want to make sure they're right. Are you gonna say it then? Because you can wait if you want, or you can just jump on it right now. Make a choice. Make a choice. Make a choice. You can wait, or you can jump on it right now. Davis Warren's starting that football game. He's gonna play the whole game.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see about that. We ought to see about that. Yeah.
Hey, Chat, remember this? He had a chance to jump on. He had a chance. Hey, once again, he had a chance. He has the chance to be right now, and he chooses.
Yeah. Nah.
Something else.
Nah, brother.
So you think? You think Alex Orji's gonna start?
I think Alex Orji's gonna start that game.
You're out of your mind.
I think Alex Orji's
You are out of your mind. You're out of your mind. You ain't been drinking your Uptime. What you drinking over there? What's that? Kombucha?
Yeah, it's kombucha, man.
I got to get back on that Uptime. You was way smarter.
I got to get my gut health right.
You was way smarter when you was on that Uptime. I'm gonna go get you some more because you losing it. Why you? Hey, Chat, you guys are watching. So you saw how you looked at me? He saw a ghost. Like what? You said no. Davis Warren starting that game. That's why they didn't call pass plays, because if you did and you saw what he was capable of, if he was successful, now you have to start Alex Orji, or, I mean, it's going to be a lot of booing going on the first snap. Hey, and it still might be now. Then when they try, first of all, everybody's going to know Davis Warren started. I don't know why you're in denial. Everybody knows that. When he trots out there, there going to be some people that boo. I'm telling you.
It'd be, you lose it. If they, man, hell no. Ain't no way.
You can say what you want.
Ain't no, I think the team would be like, man,
what are we doing? What else? You know what else if they trot Alex Orji out there? Guess who was right all along? Me. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want to have to deal with that. I don't even like dealing with myself. Let's keep on dealing with these.
Let's keep on going with these questions. Hold on.
You see a ghost. He said, what?
All right. Roddy Harder wants to know, hey, DG, did you feel like Fred Moore was the best wide receiver we've seen so far this season?
Is it pass catcher or wide receiver? We don't know anything about the wide receivers. We know our best pass catchers is Colson Loveland. But as far as wide receivers, for preseason, I thought Freddie Moore could be a real weapon, and I still think he could. We'll never. I'm not gonna say we'll never know, but we're not finding out because, you know why. Do I have to keep outlining? I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over. So I don't know who our best receiver is. I can't tell you. Well, maybe it's Bell. He's been really productive. Bell, the young Bell's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
all right. DG, give us your scripted plays with Orji versus USC.
Orji not gonna play versus USC, so moving on. What y'all doing? Are we gonna continue to do this? I'm telling you, hey, chat, save yourself right now and don't be like Sam and then be all pissed when the time comes. Just take it in now, deal with it for 4 days, 5 days, and then when the game comes, you already know and it's all good.
DG.
Would that even be fair to try him out against USC after you haven't let him play all season? That wouldn't even be fair. I don't want them to, but they weren't anyway. Let's be clear.
DG, would you take Cade back?
you know who I would take back? The kid is playing at Oklahoma State.
You not answering the question.
The kid at Oklahoma State.
You're not answering the man's question.
What's the question, man?
Would you take Cade McNamara back?
Cade McNamara back. What are the options?
Taking Cade McNamara back. Would you take him back? Yes or no?
Give me a couple games. I can't stand on that one yet. Give me a couple games. Because you got to think about it. Cade won't have the weapons that he had. You know what I mean? So we saw who Cade was last year without all that juice, without best offensive line, running backs, all that. So just give me a couple more games. And, well, actually, yeah, give me Cade. because Cade's older. He can't be worse. He's seen more, you know, right? So that's tough to say. That's tough. Move on. Next question. Give me a couple games.
Anthony Hempfield wants to, what's up, Ant? He wants to know, is the line better at Greg Crippen at center?
I don't know. That's a question for you and Borges.
Borges said he didn't seem, from a grade perspective, they didn't grade out much different percentage wise.
That's what I'm saying. It looks all the same. Like I don't see a big difference in whoever's in the game. So
all right.
This is the kind of like vigor I like. USC is going now. Not true, but I love that.
All right. Bricks, Devin, how much more explosive can the run game be with Alex at quarterback? Feels like Donovan can benefit the most.
Everybody benefits. Remember, we weren't on air, but when Borges was talking about how dominant Fitzgerald Toussaint became, that's 2,000-yard rushers in the same backfield, right? Now, Fitz was a really good player, but he greatly benefited from Bernard being back there, right? Because now you got to make a choice. And when you choose wrong, right, you got a talented runner. I think Donovan, everybody benefits from Orji being the quarterback or having more opportunities in the quarterback position. Like, I'm not on the table to make him the quarterback or whatever. Like I've said from the beginning, and you know people are going to try to twist my words. I've said from the beginning, he deserves a what, Sam?
Chance.
He deserves a chance. And we've seen him in the game, and everybody's job is just a little bit easier in the run game. It's a little bit easier.
You watch the defense much, DG? Before I put this question, you pay attention to Michigan's defense?
No.
Okay. I won't put that question.
That's Van's job.
All right.
I watch Michigan's defense for fun.
You pay much attention to the offensive line?
I've watched them not block well. I've watched them block some well. And
this guy he said, you know, what's the deal with Evan Link played better this week?
I thought Evan, I don't watch the offensive line, but one person I did see over and over again looked like he was doing what he's supposed to do was Link.
Yeah, Link played better this week.
Yeah, right? I don't know what he did in previous games, but this game, Link was, it looked like it's like I always saw Link covering up another a defender with a runner running behind him. It was like, Link, I don't know if he's doing what he's supposed to do, but he looks like it.
You know, it's confirmation bias. Link had a really bad game against Texas. Make no mistake.
I mean,
but
it's Texas.
Yeah, he struggled mightily against Texas, but against Arkansas State, he performed a lot better. He was not the worst graded lineman against Arkansas State. There were guys who
was the worst graded lineman.
Some of the other guys.
Who was the worst graded lineman?
You know, Borges had other guys graded worse than him.
Who was the worst?
Who was the worst graded guy? Who's the worst graded guy?
Don't do him like that. Next question. Don't do him like that.
But it wasn't Evan Link. So
like I said, from like just just watching as a kind of a fan, like, man, he looks like he's in the right spot. He's blocking people, and that's what you want your offensive lineman to do.
Ooh, this is one. Who was worse, Warren or Goff this weekend? Yeah, Goff had a tough game.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Lions game as intensively, but I did see that pick at the end. That was rough. Well, it's got to be Davis, right?
Davis had it, but yeah, Goff was the first interception for
Goff had balls hit the ground.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I'm saying.
And the first interception, Jared Goff's first interception should have been a PI. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, it got to be Davis. I mean, even though he threw want to lose the game, essentially. Goff did.
Yeah, he did. I'm gonna put this question up. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that Orji plays.
Hold on now.
Let's assume, for the sake of argument.
But why would I do that when I'm not crazy and I know he is not gonna play? That's crazy. Why would I do that?
All right,
and guys, I have no inside information. This is just my brain from what I've seen. He ain't playing in this game. So, like, don't think I talked to somebody in the building or the coach. Honestly, Sam do the coaches thing. From the beginning of this show, I haven't talked to coaches. Like, I'm talking about 3 years ago. Sam, can you confirm?
I can confirm.
All this has come off of me just literally watching the film. That's it. And I'm talking about personality stuff that I've gotten right, all that. has come off me watching the film. And I'm telling you right now, he ain't playing that game. He ain't playing that game.
I would be shocked. If
And
Alex
you
Orjier
might
did
as
that
well
game.
get your shock pants on because you're going to be shocked.
Like these dudes actually want to work. They actually want to work. The man just threw.
Wait, stop.
So late.
What do you mean by want to work?
Because the dude just went out there
And proved that he can't do it.
and threw 3 interceptions. And the 2 interceptions, the last interception was the worst one.
Inexcusable. And you said, oh, what a
Well, I mean,
I know, but it's still funny. It's still funny.
I saw the receiver fall down. I'm watching that, but I went home and watched it.
It happens fast.
Went home and watched it. I'm like,
It was like he threw it with his left hand.
I'm like, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
Even if he throws it accurately.
And let's just be clear. Quarterbacks have bad interceptions.
Right, and I don't want to.
I've had them. Everybody's had them.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like. I don't want to sound like, because again, like I told Alex, like I don't want to sit up here and act like and be disrespectful, because I have respect for y'all doing what y'all do.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So I don't want to sound like that. But given the circumstance of that play, it was max protect.
Max.
The pocket was clean.
Inexcusable.
Samaj, first of all, he is pressed.
Yeah.
Now, Samaj beats his dude off the line.
Good.
But look how, the safety does a hell of a job. He bumped Samaj, gave the corner a chance to catch up. So now Samaj is covered. Maybe if he puts the ball on him, maybe it's cool.
The one thing you can't do is just throw it up there.
But he throws it over his head, and the guy who falls off of Amarion is just camped up. Man, it's the worst one. And all of these interceptions are on first down. It's like,
so they can call pass plays on first down.
Every single one of them is on first down.
Dang.
So it's like,
and the run out of bounds
is on first down.
First down. Yeah.
So
that's bad passing on first down.
So you're in a situation where your team is looking at that.
Yeah.
I disagree, Devin. Like,
you can disagree all you want, but you're gonna be disappointed on Saturday. They might go as far as into the Monday. Is it Monday press conference? Because the question is going to be asked, who's the quarterback? To name Davis the quarterback on today. They might go that far. It's like blue magic. I stand behind this. I guarantee this. Davis Warren starting that football game. Stop smiling at me like you hoping and I'm joking. I am not telling you a joke right now. I believe this as much as I thought JJ should be the quarterback. You know how much I thought that. You know, everybody on this chat know how much I thought that. Why everybody was trying to chastise me, talking about what do you know, all this, and then they get a national championship and want to beat their chest. No, put your hand down.
I believe that there was a desire to lean more towards what Davis could bring them as far as balance to the offense, thinking that they could achieve that.
So I want to get you on record here, Sam.
I think Davis. I think they're gonna go. I think they gotta go to Alex. Yeah, I don't think they have a choice.
That's fine. But when they don't, and Davis starts that game, what is your commentary then? Are you now on the side of they're just committed to they want to be right rather than getting it right, just like me, or are you still gonna say, well, they want to keep their jobs?
I'm thinking I don't know what they're thinking.
So you're still not gonna come all the way over here?
I don't know what they're thinking.
I can tell you what they're thinking. We want to be right.
I don't know what they're thinking.
That pride is a monster, man. And I hate to quote him, but he quoted the Bible. But D'Antonio said it. The pride coming before the fall. And when you're super prideful about stuff,
that's unbelievable pride. Then if your pride is bigger than your desire to be employed.
Have you never seen that? Have you never seen that? Coach Rod, love him. You know he was my favorite coach. He has so much pride in his offense. I don't care how it's hurting our defense that we out on 3-and-out. We're doing what we do. Oh, I got this big quarterback. He can't run. Oh, we gonna run him. We gonna do what we do. And it's and a lot. Pride is sometimes what makes someone so great, right? A lot of times, but also when you're too prideful, so prideful that you won't navigate and change and alter the way you think. I've given this credit to Nick Saban a bunch of times. he's one of the most prideful people in the business. And when I tell you he's pivoted over and over again, and this is what confuses me, right? You got Sharon Moore, first-time head coach. You got offensive coordinator, first time at this level, at this type of school. Nick Saban altered the way he thought. Drop back passer, run, whatever. Got more dynamic. Okay, middle running quarter. Like, he pivoted in so many different ways as the greatest of all time. And people are too prideful that I just don't get it.
I think they're about to. I think because I don't think they have a choice.
I hope you got some inside information, because I'm just telling you, if you don't, you're wrong.
Because I think that
unless somebody told you that, Sam, you're going to be very disappointed. And I'm going to be right again, and you're going to have to hear about it.
Oh, I don't mind hearing about it. If I'm wrong, I don't mind hearing about it.
I think you do, because when you told me I was right about the offensive line, you came back with another little jab. You don't like it. You don't like to be wrong, baby. None of us do. Nobody likes to be wrong.
Nobody likes to be wrong, but I can accept it. I can say, keep moving.
You want me to just tell you now? You wrong.
No, I don't think so.
Do you have some inside that you ain't telling me about?
I don't think I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think I'm wrong.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It ain't looking good, Sam.
All right.
Sam, you better have some inside information or you're going to be wrong, dog. And you know what's crazy, Sam? I don't think you do have inside information, because the way you looked at me when I said it, you said, what? You think so? Yeah, I don't think you do. I think you just going to be wrong. And what time is the press conference?
It's noon, isn't it?
Noon.
Yeah.
Noon at noon o'clock p.m. Noon o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, right before afternoon. Noon o'clock p.m. afternoon, right before the afternoon. Davis Warner gonna be named starter.
Now, if he's really from the Jim Harbaugh school of press conferences, he'll make no comment at all about the quarterback position.
But he can't do that, because now Davis Warner loses his confidence, and they've committed to him. Davis is our quarterback.
All right. This one, Rod Tolles wants to know, DG, what's Donovan's role going for? RB2 or special package player?
Offensive weapon. I think Khalil Munn has made it clear that he's the number one running back, and I said that before the season and throughout the first game, second game, third game. Obviously, right about that again. But there is definitely a place for Donovan. I think his role can be similar to what it was last year, right? RB2, but also offensive weapon, doing all the things. And I think that lends to what he can be at the next level anyway, right? He can make a lot of money being the type of player that can do everything from the running back position. Alvin Kamara, I'm not going to say he is this guy, but his physical gifts, he has the potential to be a Christian McCaffrey type of player, where you can catch the ball in the backfield very well, line up at receiver, create real mismatches, and then when you get in the open field, you're dangerous.
Hey man, if you give him 17 touches like he got Saturday, I don't think he had no problem with whatever you want to call him and give him 17 touches. I think he'd take that.
Well, the game will be different when you play better teams. You won't have as many opportunities, right? So you have to be real creative on how you do it, right? You may not have the opportunity to just continue to convert against a team that's not very good.
Here's one. John McCall or Mackle says, DG, do you think balance is 50-50 run pass, or can it look like 60-40 run pass?
It can 100% look like 60-40. And most teams aren't 50-50, right? The teams that are 50-50, they're forcing it because you have an identity, right? Your identity is a running team, right? You run the ball well, or your identity is a team that passes the ball well. The idea is to if you're 100 on one end, go get 30%. Can we be 70-30? I think that's balance, right? Can we be 70-30 and keep the defense honest? All right, 50-50 is unrealistic. You're not going to get 50 runs, 50 passes, right? You're not going to be that. And to think you are is I just don't think it's smart. Like, that's not how football works. And the really good teams have an identity. Who are you? If you're a running team, you're not going to be 50-50 pass. If you're a passing team, you're not going to be 50-50 running pass, right? So find out who you are, right? And they want to be a running team the reason people talk so bad about JJ and how he couldn't do it is because they were not 50-50, right? They were probably what would you say, 70-30 as a running passing team, 70 on the run side with JJ? And that's with the first rounder. So, and 50-50 is unrealistic. That's not how it works. And bad teams are unrealistic because you're forcing it and you don't know who you are. That's why you have to go 50 one way, 50 the other way, right? Find out who you are And it's been tough for Michigan to do that because they've tried to force a kid he can't do it, right? That's not like a slight at him or disrespectful. There's a lot of people that can't do it. It's a tough thing to do. It's not like it's easy. It's not like he's trying to work at McDonald's. Like, this is being a quarterback at the University of Michigan at the highest level of football as a defending national champion. That's one of the hardest things in the world to do. It's not a slight to him that he hasn't performed well and he can't do it. However, I think, like I've talked about from the beginning, it's irresponsible that we didn't find out what the other guy could do before USC rose in with a high-powered offense that's going to give our defense trouble at every turn, and a defense that's so much improved, like I told Sam they would be. Mm-hmm. You ain't say I was right about that. Tell him how you ain't believe in it, and I told you what was going to happen. Tell him, Sam. Tell them what? I was right about USC's defense and before the season.
Their defense being better? You said their defense would be better. Their defense is better.
Vastly improved. That's what I said. And you said
defense is better.
Oh, man.
I said I want to see him against somebody.
There you go again.
Just like I said, I want to see
Sam,
Texas defense be better.
At what point are you going to get on the table with me when I'm telling you the things that are going to happen after all these years? And this is why the fans act crazy, because you don't get on the table with me when you know I'm right.
Hey, you like you said I like the first guess. I want to see some proof.
That's right, man. That's what makes so good. Yeah, hey, Friday night again. Friday night. It's Illinois, Nebraska. Gonna see young Raiola this week.
That's a top 25 matchup.
Yep, that's 2 top 25 matchups in a row for me. That's good. Feels good. Last week was good. Sunshine played really well. You know what's real frustrating about Davis, even though he's a young player, just because he hasn't had a bunch of reps. Which frustrates me more is getting a chance to watch the film on a Dylan Raiola or Avery Johnson at Kansas State and see these young guys get it right? Do all the things they're supposed to do without a lot of reps, right? Both first-time starters and both, get this, 19 years old, right? So emotionally, just seeing football, knowing football, they are much younger than Davis Warren, and they can figure it out. So how long do we get to say, oh, he just needs reps, Or is it the coaching, right? Because Dylan Raiola is playing outstanding football. Now, he was a top 5-star guy or whatever, but that should even out when a guy is in a program for so long, right? You're in a program for 3 or 4 years, guy comes in as a true freshman, because we don't know how good these high school kids will be anyway. It should even out, right? Like, okay, he's a 5-star talent, but you've seen a lot of football, and that should help you be successful. And we see Davis doing things that you expect a freshman quarterback to do. Falling back at every turn, not getting in the fight, right? Not recognizing when to throw the ball away, different things like that. And you see an Avery Johnson at Kansas State, 19 years old, first year started. This season, he started the bowl game, and then this season, Dylan Raiola from a high school program. At this time last year, he was playing high school football games, 19 years old, getting it done, man. Getting it done. So I'm sure Davis can learn and whatever. Is it the coaching? Are you not coaching him up good enough? I don't know what it is, but it's becoming inexcusable in my opinion.
All right. With Jack Tuttle be starting if you weren't injured, probably. I go for that.
You'll take that, huh?
I think that would be the case. I think Alex is going to start. Can
you tell me, do you have inside source that says that? Is that what I'm asking you? Just give me, wink with your right eye if you got inside source that says that. Wink with your right eye.
I got some tips that suggest that things are leading Alex's way.
Well, then that's a win-win for me. That's a win-win for me because I called it win. When did I call it?
But have I been told concretely that I have not been told Sam, in concrete terms that he's starting.
You also would tell how well Alex Orji was doing.
That's right. That's why I can't say.
So
that's why I can't say. That's why I can't say.
Who should you trust?
100%.
Me or inside sources? Even though I ain't inside. Who should you trust?
That's why I can't say 100 because that's right. Because I mean, man, early in Canada, like, man, this dude is. And then next thing you know,
no, say what he was doing, killing it. You're right. Say it so everybody know.
Yeah, said he was killing it. They said it's good, which is why I'm like,
which is why Davis Warren starting that football game. I'll tell you that.
Which is why I'm not just. I don't have conviction.
You know what they're gonna
about
go in there and say. You know what they're gonna go in there and say. And we may never. Maybe you can find it out in your little. You got your little thing. This is what they're gonna go in there and say. and go in the quarterback room, and they're gonna say, Alex, you're gonna take all the 2 reps, and Davis, you're gonna take all the 1 reps. At the end of the week, we're gonna see who performs the best, and that's who'll start the game. Sam, who's gonna start the game if that's the case? Who's gonna start the game, Sam?
If that's the case, then it would be Davis, but I don't think.
100%. I'm telling you that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you that's what's gonna happen. You want to know why I know? You want to know how I know that's gonna happen?
6 interceptions.
You want to know how I know that's gonna happen, Sam?
Because he's gonna have these passing percentage numbers or whatever.
Nope. You want to know how? Well, they're both gonna be successful. You can't fail in practice before a game. We're not putting you out there to fail in practice. We're giving you looks that are conducive to success. You know the looks and all that. So he's not gonna fail. You want to know how I know, Sam?
How's that?
Had the same conversation post Nebraska. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They came in. Russell Bellamy, you're going to take all the 1 reps. Devin, you're going to take all the 2 reps. And I'm looking like, what? After what we just saw, again, how many picks he threw in that game in Nebraska? How many was it? Do you remember that? I know you remember it.
I mean.
Do you remember it, Sam?
Yeah, I'll just read that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I was expected to take all the 2 reps and he take all the 1 reps. Now, something happened in between there that, changed it. But that was the initial conversation. Davis wasn't starting that game.
Okay. You got these people thinking that these do stuff. I'm telling you what it was. I'm telling you that you had a contingent that wanted to lean towards passing the football.
Who was the contingent? What was the contingent?
I think you had some people who want to throw the football. I think.
So just forget about everything that got us here. Forget about it. Let's be 50-50 now.
Yeah, and
with not a first-round quarterback.
Right. But now you realize you can't.
That's
now
crazy.
It's clear. Now it's clear you can't do that. You cannot do that.
Wait, it wasn't clear after the first game?
Apparently. It was clear to me. Look. You don't have to tell me that.
I do.
No, you don't.
Because you don't ever get on the table with me.
Yes, I do. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. No.
I do.
So you trying to make me cuss on this thing.
I'm trying to make
No, you don't, because I've been making videos about it for 3 weeks. I've been saying the same thing. Like, they need to be playing Alex because they are not going to be able to throw the football like they threw it last year. They don't have the same personnel. They got to lean into running. Been saying the same thing over and over.
Where you get that from?
Been broken record.
Where you get it from, though, from initially? Where you get it from? Where you get it from, Sam? Tell them where you got it from.
Devin, look, brother.
I'm telling you, I told you, I'm insufferable. They can't start Alex because I wouldn't even want them to start Alex with me. I can't deal with myself if they start Alex. About how right I'm going to be.
So, after last week, though, there's no denying that they at least got to give it a shot. There's no denying that.
Give it a shot.
Seeing what Alex can do.
So Texas wasn't enough to say that you got to give it a shot against Arkansas State, you think?
For me it was, but for them, I mean,
So
the Arkansas State performance was.
Time out. If it wasn't enough against Texas when what we saw was not good, how and
because
what makes you think it's enough now?
Because you threw 3 interceptions versus Arkansas State.
Well, guess what?
Versus Arkansas
You want to know why? You want to know
State.
what's gonna happen? Because you want to be right so bad, you're gonna get in the film, gonna say, "Hey, this isn't your fault. Marion falls down. Hey, we just can't do that, right? Pat him on the back, keep it rolling, right? Hey, your arm got hit. We're not gonna talk about how you didn't get in the fight and it was a perfect pocket. Your arm got hit, right? So really, in all honesty, you only really threw 1 interception. And then time out, let me finish what I'm saying. Donovan, if he goes the right way, maybe it's gonna be excuses made. I'm telling you, man. All right. So if Davis Warren runs out there and starts the game, is that what happened? What I just said? That's what happened, basically, right? All the excuses were made to make sure that you're right. You hate that. You hate when I be right. And I'm not the guy that I get it right. I'm the get it right guy, right? If I'm wrong, I will glad. In perfect example, just for everybody at home, this conversation we had never entered on air about Will Johnson. You remember that? You remember that, Sam? And I was like, yeah, I think he's a really good player. I think he's more of a safety, and I don't know how he will be able to. And I had my reasoning for it and whatever. And then he, played well, whatever. Who came on the radio without nobody knowing? It was just me and you that talked about it. Who came on the radio and told everybody about my miss? That's the only miss I had. And I told y'all, was I not? Are you laughing? Are you going to confirm or not?
Yeah.
That's the only time I was wrong about something in the last 3 years in Michigan football.
So you learn is talk offense.
Basically. You laughing like it ain't true. Is it true? Say it's true.
That's
It's a
true.
fact. Right? So I'm not the get it right guy. Oh, no, I'm the get it right guy. I'm not the be right guy. It just happens. It's just a coincidence that I'm frequently right. Football's easy, right? You look at the film, you see what's happening. You know, it's not a hard thing.
All right, we shall see.
No, we gonna see.
Yeah, we gonna see.
We gonna see. So, okay, can we get a wager?
I will admit this.
A little uptime, a little Gatorade, a little vitamin water. What?
Yeah, kombucha or something, because that's just what I'm drinking.
What you gonna give me?
Because I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea what they're doing if they don't start date.
Well, you have an idea right now?
If they don't start
Orgy.
Can't
even think of his name.
I have no idea. No idea.
Wait, so currently you do have an idea what they're trying to do?
If they start Alex.
No, I'm saying like currently right now, before games play, you do know what they're trying to do.
Before they play a game, I have, based on what I'm hearing, things are leaning Alex Orji's
We know
way.
what you're hearing is rough. This is slippery slope.
Yeah.
Maybe your ears are hearing it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, things flipped and changed real quick.
Well, we got 5 days.
Yeah, so yeah, things can flip and change real quick again. That's why you think I'm like, I don't know.
You love how I'll be on that table, boy.
Yeah, so
I'll be on that table. All right, anybody got any more good questions? You know, I mean, obviously you guys have all the answers because I give them to you quite frequently. So, you know, just anything else? Any more fun things that you want me to get on Sam about? You know, I can't kill him because he know I'll be right. He just be wanting to be a little diplomatic, you know.
I'm not trying to be diplomatic. I said if they.
No, I'm just saying in general, you be wanting to be a little diplomatic and
give a
little maybe this, maybe that. And I'm just on that table, man. I'll be on that table.
No, brother. I think this is fairly elementary. This quarterback thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you sound like me.
I think this is fairly elementary. What's about to happen? Yeah. Fairly elementary after you throw 3 interceptions against Arkansas State.
Bad interceptions.
Yeah.
Not like they made great plays, broke on the ball, stuff like that. Like punts on first down.
So here's one. Let's close it out this way. Since you stand on the table, guy.
I'm standing on the table, guy.
Keegan Imhoff, if they do start Orji, could it save the season? Stand on the table.
Firstly, hold on, man. Hold on, Chief. Pump your brakes, okay?
Said you stand on the table, guy. What happens if they start Orji?
Pump your brakes. If they start Orji, right, they have a chance, right? And it depends on what you believe save the season in. So with me thinking that Orji would be the quarterback because of his skill set, now, could he be greater than I anticipated? Maybe. Could he be? I don't think he could be less. I just thought he would be a serviceable player that would help in the run game and all that. I have them losing 4 games, right? USC, Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon, right?
With Orji.
It was me thinking Orji would be the quarterback. So for fans, everybody want to go undefeated and all that. Or maybe just only lose Ohio State because they got a $20 million roster. So for me, I don't think they can beat USC if Orji starts because Orji hasn't played a full game yet. And now he's playing against a dominant offense and a really, really good defense, right? That's going to be tough. That's a tough ask for anybody. That's a tough ask for Davis Warren because honestly, he's proven that he hasn't had enough reps, right? So that, that you have to think that you probably won't be able to beat them. Can you compete? I think 100%. But it's going to be tough. It's a tough ask to beat them coming into the big house. They're motivated. They had a bye week, right? They had a bye week to improve even more, right? So that's going to be tough. Oregon is shown to have a chink in the armor, right? So could Orji get us in a place where they can get Oregon? I think he could, right? If he does what I think he's capable of doing. Could Oregon be a swing game? Absolutely. I think it could be a swing game. And then I think Ohio State is, first of all, it's at the end of the season, so we'll have to see how they improve because we're not asking Michigan to be their best, and we've talked about it for years. You're not supposed to be your best this early, but you're also not supposed to be this, right? So the continued improvement, they have a chance to do whatever they want, right? But it's going to have to start fairly quickly, and it starts with knowing who your quarterback is and knowing that 50-50 is not an option. That's not real balance because if you're 50-50, you don't know who you are.
All right, folks, that is going to do it for this edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback. We're going to see about this Orji versus Warren thing next week. Who's the starting quarterback? Because if Alex Orji don't start that, that game next week. I
might be in the house. So no, I ain't gonna.
I mean, I don't even know what there is to talk about next week.
I do.
I don't even know what there is to talk about.
I like I said, it's a win-win for me. If he starts, win, something to talk about. If he doesn't win, I can talk. You know what I mean? That's a win-win. So win-win, man. I can't wait till next week. And people, I loved on Twitter how y'all, hey, can't wait for, go get him. Get saying I love it. Keep the tweets coming, and just don't try to get too football-y now, because I'm gonna block you because you're acting crazy, right? Keep things as more of questions rather than statements. Let's do that. But I love the engagement. It's awesome. It's good.
I mean, listen,
and especially and next time when
can we get a man a chance? Can we get a man a chance?
Time out.
Can we just give Alex a chance?
But
Can we give him a chance?
Hold on. Do we know that Orgy can throw connected with wide receiver 10 yards? Well, do we know that Davis can? We know that he hasn't been able to.
We just got. Let's see. Is the point? Let's see.
So was he not here when I explained? Hold on. Guess I'll explain it again, Mr. Matthew Bursley. So when you're running double moves, and I know this because first I play quarterback and I also play receiver. When you're running a double move, right? And a double move is a route that you do one route and then you do another route. Say out and up, or stutter go, right? Fake a curl go, or come back and go, something like that. Or maybe even post corner, right? It's a big one, right? Run a post and go to the corner. Everybody knows these routes, right? Hope you're listening, Matthew. After the move, right? Whether it's out, whether it's stutter, sit down, whether it's run to the post, after the move, where you've decelerated to force the defensive back to decelerate, you have to sprint with your head down to gain your speed and make sure you get back to top speed. The way have you ever watched a track meet and a guy was running, looking to the left as he's running, trying to get his speed? No, it doesn't work. Your head is down, you're digging, right? You have to head down, dig at least, and this is at least 3 strides to make sure you get your speed back, create the separation, because obviously a defensive back is going backwards and you're going forward, right? Get that speed back, and then you look up to the sky to find the ball coming down. By my estimation, that's an outstanding throw. By my estimation, judging the route, judging the trajectory of the ball, that was an outstanding throw. However, if you go back and watch, out of the break, Freddie Moore is looking for the ball right away. And it probably has something to do with he's used to a quarterback that doesn't have that juice to drive the ball that far down the field like that. That's a fact, right? So don't say, oh, he can't throw 10 yards. We don't know. Don't say he can't throw 10 yards because he wildly overthrew. It was a 2 steps in front of Freddie Moore. And if Freddie Moore is digging out of the break, and this is not to kill Freddie Moore, because like I said, he's been playing with a guy that's not throwing the ball down the field.
Matthew Bursley said, calm down. He said, calm down.
He didn't say that. See, you try to get him blocked. See, Matthew, I know you wouldn't say that because you know I'm crazy. I know you didn't say that. I knew you. You see how I look down quick? Hold on. I know he didn't say that. But he said, fair enough. See, Matthew, see who on your side. Is it me or is it Sam? Sam is trying to get me to act crazy. And I just, look at the control I had. I did not lose it at all. I said, look at what I said. Hey, look. I said, I know he is that. Why you be doing that? Matthew, I'm your friend. Sam is not your friend, man. He ain't with you.
Hey, man.
Sam ain't with you, man. I'm telling you.
Matthew said relax.
No, he ain't say that. He said fair enough. But Matthew, the reason I'm like so adamant right now, because we talked about it earlier. I don't know if you might not have been in.
Hey, man, you better tell old Yoder to chill out.
No, we're not even about to bring him. He lame. Stop that. You giving him a platform. He lame. He desperately wants to be relevant. We're not even gonna do it, man. He is lame. He brought me in it.
I know.
I said, that's crazy. I never even said, like, I just like listen to you talk about him. He don't want this. So I'm not even gonna give him nah, we ain't gonna do it. No talk of a dude who doesn't even have a job, really. Like, chill. Come on, man. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it.
All right.
The University of Michigan sent you a letter and said you don't work here, okay? You don't work for anything we know about. We don't know you. He desperately wants to be known. So if you give him the platform, people will know. So just let him do his thing, man.
All right. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
He's garbage. But go ahead.
All right, folks. We're going to see if we hear next week.
Never done a thing in his life that mattered. But go ahead.
That's true. That's true. Felonies in Ohio, by the way.
Oh,
You know.
that matters.
Can I just want to say, I want to interject real quickly for the record. For the first time I've ever blocked a Michigan fan in our chat. But if you come and say the guy that we're not talking about anymore is fine, you're going to get blocked out of our chat.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Because that guy's
Well, he's a coward.
At minimum, he's a sociopath and beyond.
He's a coward.
He's
a clout chaser. That's what we call a clout chaser. Hey, let's attack the big fish to see if I can get some traction. Garbage. I don't live in that world. Sam, you shouldn't either. You've come too far, worked too hard to be messing with some bum, because that's what he is. He's a bum. But I've digressed.
That is a great way to close out this episode and to come back next week to see if we
and anybody that supports him, don't worry. I didn't block him because I want to go to his tweets. If you like him, I'm blocking you. If you any support of him, I'm blocking you. So just know, you get blocked by me, you're gonna be like, hey, why I get blocked? Well, I guess I was supporting garbage. So, and that's probably alter my thinking. And I come to the chat talking crazy because I listen to some bum, right? So I'm just telling you, when I got free time, don't have a whole bunch, but sometimes I do on the plane. I'll be bored, long flight. I'm telling you, I'm getting there. Oh, you liked it? That's crazy. Blocked. And you see my block list, Sam. It is extensive, and it will.
It's
get
longer
larger.
than a CVS receipt.
Oh, much longer. Not even close. I'm talking about a CVS receipt with. I'm talking about CVS receipt with food stamps. You know that receipt get real long. just be careful in what you're liking and all that. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Block.
That'll do it for today's show, folks. We'll be back next week talking Michigan USC, and I think we're gonna be talking about Alex Orji's first start. If we're not talking about Alex Orji's first start, I don't even know how I don't know what I'm gonna be doing.
Well, we're not. So
anyway, see you next week on the next edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback with Devin Gardner.